Hi folks, I wanted to look over the differentiation between do-while and while loops when programming in C++. Generally, we want to use do-while loops when we want the first iteration to be run, but not necessarily the second, third, and fourth. It doesn't necessarily have to loop. This is great when we want to adjust for an invalid number from the user, for example. We might use a while loop when we want to check for the condition to be met before we even loop. Sometimes we want looping is not even necessary to run the code. And so, for example, if we wanted to compute a factorial, let's say the number is 0, this loop here is already skipped over and the factorial remains as 1, which is a valid output, which we want, right? Otherwise, it will loop. Here are more complicated examples of do-while loops and while loops when we're doing something with mathematical simulations. We might want to use a do-while loop when an algorithm only takes maybe one step before we get the solution that we want. So for example, with the Newton-Raphson method, maybe it might take one step before it gets to the root. Otherwise, it will continue to loop on until it gets to the tolerance that we want. But we might otherwise use a while loop when we want to stop at a certain value when the condition is met. And so the loop will stop, for example, when we're doing a series once we've gotten the tolerance that we want. Anyways, those are the differences between do and while. Generally, we want to use do-while loops when the first iteration sets up the loop. Otherwise, we'll just use the while loop. We want the condition to be met at first point. Anyways, thank you guys.